EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Watch the pass. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Check, 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 check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check, check, check.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
What are you doing?
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Move, move. Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, Alpha. Hey, let's go, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Come on, D.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. And Thomas has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
1st down, Detroit.
Set, lady. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
40 got. 40 got.
They'll run here with Ingram. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eddie Goldman in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. Allen Robinson, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Check, 59, 59. There we go.
From the 29, Stafford into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 18-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Lions 3.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check safety. Pick the edge. Go.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
First down, Lions.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. On first down, Stafford here. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Third and long, it's Stafford. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Sam Martin now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 24, check 24. Under 10, under 10, 10. Alert, 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 alert. Red, tuck. Smooth.
They go play action. Trubisky rolling to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's McKissick. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
58 to Mike. I got one.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Stafford throwing on target to Jones. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. Third and 2, Stafford. This one complete to Ingram. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. To the air again, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw, Stafford. The throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Mike 51! Mike 51!
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down.
180! Here we go, let's bring it! Let's go, let's bring it! Let's bring it! Lock in, lock in! Mike 51, Mike 51!
Here's Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go,
oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and this is picked up by the Bears. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
53, ready.
Stafford now to throw. And an alley to run. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, mark the screen, mark the screen. Mark the screen.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
Hey, 280. 59. Get your swarm out. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Zebra. Hey, red.
On 1st and 10, Stafford looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, 77 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 9, check 9. Check. Red, up. 36. Shift. Red, up.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Rush in.
Again, it's Cohen. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, He had 0. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Lions on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be third and a mile.
Hey, 5-0!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Lions go for it on fourth. And Stafford. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. And they have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Kill. Turn it up. Hey, 18. Check, cross. Red, up.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw again. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He completes it to Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First down, Detroit.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on second and long. Stafford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Zebra! 58, Mike. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Bravo. Come get some. He don't want it.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
Now Stafford. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Chicago, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4.